Welcome back to my views and news. More news stories for you from Ethiopia and Sudan. First story is about Fano fighters who are now enforcing rule of law. They are the ones who are making decisions in different parts of the Amhara region. A few hours ago, I shared a video with you from Delanta, where Fano fighters are in control of the town. Ethiopian military has fled the town. Thousands of people supporting Fano fighters. Now, another news story from another area in the Amhara region where Fano fighters surrounded police officials. Police officials fled, leaving their two vehicles behind. What happened? Secondly, viewers, extrajudicial killings at the hands of security forces in Ethiopia are a norm, not an exception. It has been happening across Ethiopia. No one was ever held accountable since I started covering Ethiopia. Now, two new stories from Oromia where 6 people have been extrajudicially killed, 2 killed publicly. Why were they killed? Who were the killers? Why no action from the government? Third, viewers, the PM Abiy is in France. Today he arrived in France. A few hours ago, I shared pictures of the Prime Minister with Emmanuel Macron. There, a key meeting was held between the Prime Minister of Ethiopia and Egyptian President Abdul Fattah al-Sisi. Egypt and Ethiopia are arch rivals. Both are locked into a dispute over Grand Ethiopian Renaissance Dam. Ethiopia is about to start. It is going to start third filling of the dam in coming days. Lastly, your Sudan, alarming development from Darfur, where rapid support force members are gradually encircling the largest city in Darfur. The city is the largest city in all Darfur zones. Around 500,000 IDPs are inside the city. Roads leading to the city are being gradually cut off by rapid support force members. Where is Sudanese military? Where is Minawi? Where are tribal leaders? Where is the international community? No one knows. Could there be a similar massacre in this city like we saw in Al Janina, West Darfur? Firstly, viewers, who is the government in the Amhara region? Government led by Yilkal Kefale, the president, or Fano fighters are gradually taking matters into their hands in terms of enforcement of rule of law. This morning, they managed to push Ethiopian army out of Delanta, Vegaltana. They were seen raising their flag there. People say, Sajid, don't call it Ethiopian flag, it is Fano's flag. A little bit different. Yes, they call it Ethiopian flag, Fano's flag as well. So they were there. They took control of the town, Vegaltana. People say, don't call it a city, it's a town. Okay, it's a town. Thousands of youth with them, chanting slogans, backing them, supporting them. They were armed, Fano fighters. Where was the government? Nowhere to be seen. Where was Ethiopian army? Nowhere to be seen. Ethiopian army's camp was ran over, you can say, by Fano fighters. Weapons captured too by Fano fighters. What happened after that? Well, at the same time, when Fano fighters were in control of Vegaltana city, they were encircling police in other parts of the Amhara region too. By the way, I don't think Fano fighters will try to hold on to their positions in Vegaltana. They might withdraw. Let's see. In Gondar, reportedly, police disarmed some local farmers. Local farmers were carrying weapons. Police conducted searches. The arms were captured by police. Fano fighters were informed. It happened in Dambia. Dambia is in Gondar, I think North Gondar. When Fano fighters came to know of this disarmament, led by Shalika Gizacho Ale, the Fano commander, they arrived at the spot. They blocked main road in West Dambicha. Police tried to confront, but it could not. It retreated. Police left 2 vehicles behind. Arms captured by police were returned. Amhara farmer got his weapons back. Fano fighters in control of Western Dambia talked to Warada police chief as well. And the incident of disarmament happened in Abrija, exact location Abrija. And then Fano fighters intervened, disarmament stopped. You see, where is the government? Police cannot confront Fano fighters. Why? Fano fighters are more skilled, I think well equipped as well. They have public support too. They are standing up to Ethiopian military. So military is withdrawing from some areas like Dambicha, like Gondar, like Shoa, parts of Shoa, like Wagaltana. How can police confront Fano fighters? So what happened in Dambia was expected. Police did not confront Fano fighters, it retreated. 2 vehicles of police left behind, which later I think were returned to police. So who is the in charge in Dambia? Police or Fano fighters? Fano fighters. Fano commander Shalaka Gezacho Ale said that no one would be allowed to commit excesses against Amhara people. Rule of law is nowhere to be seen in the Amhara region. I am not in support of or against Fano fighters, but if different factions seize control of different territories, different Waredas in Amhara, it would lead to serious problems. I mean, there must be some government. Yes, there should be talk between Fano commanders, government officials. But if this trend goes on, it could lead to anarchy in the Amhara region, which seems to be happening in some parts of the Amhara region. What we saw in Wagaltana did not happen out of the blue. We have been seeing a pattern. I am regularly updating you that gradually people's support for Fano is on the rise. Why? Because there are several issues in the Amhara region. Unemployment, lack of fertilizers, farmers issues, students issues, then ethnic tensions too, lots of issues. So it's not difficult to mobilize people against the government. What is needed, again I am saying, I have been saying that for several days, that only way forward is dialogue between these Fano factions and Ethiopian federal government. Otherwise, region is becoming seriously destabilized. Secondly, viewers, extrajudicial killings in Ethiopia are a norm, not an exception. I have reported several incidents since I started covering Ethiopia. I remember we shared pictures, videos about extrajudicial killings which happened in Benishangal Gumuz region, in the Amhara region, in Oromia, in Tigray, in Gambela too, in different parts of Ethiopia. Security forces were found involved in extrajudicial killings. Victims were Oromos, Amharas, Tigrayans, in different incidents. And in not a single incident, security forces were held accountable. So this trend continuing. Two incidents of extrajudicial killings which happened in the Oromia region of Ethiopia, confirmed by several news sources. First incident happened in Embo. Embo is in West Showa. On the 19th of June, just 2 days ago, a father, his two sons and a relative were massacred by security forces. They were arrested from their homes, they were alive, they were tortured, killed. Two others were shot, but they were injured. They managed to flee and they survived. Why were they killed? They were accused of supporting OLA, Oromo Liberation Army. Who killed them? Security forces. People say Ethiopian National Defense Force killed them. The second incident happened in Guji, West Guji, Melkasoda, Dawa town. Here, two youth were arrested and they were killed in broad daylight in front of people by security force. Again, accusation, support for Oromo Liberation Army. So if someone supports OLA, he can be killed anywhere in Oromia. And no trial, no accountability, no decision by a court. He can be arrested by security forces, by ENDF, and he can be shot dead in broad daylight. That is what is happening in the Oromia region of Ethiopia. The government's policy is to terrorize the people. The people should stop supporting OLA. People should be threatened. They should be frightened. That is how they will stop supporting OLA. This is the policy of Oromia regional government, Ethiopian federal forces. It has been a policy of forces in other regions too. Wherever they say public dissent, wherever they say public support for some group, they start executing people in broad daylight. Some are left injured deliberately. The injured people would tell others that their comrade was shot dead. Some are deliberately left injured, so that message is spread in the community. The security forces are killing those who have links with armed groups. Now, is this the way forward? What happened in Tanzania, Zanzibar, when the two parties met there? They both welcomed each other. They said they'll continue the dialogue, and they returned from Zanzibar, though no understanding reached there. After Zanzibar talks, we saw that OLA intensified attacks on security forces. Security forces killing people, in most cases civilians, unarmed civilians, accusing them of supporting OLA. Is this the way forward? Can you say that Oromia peace process is on the right track? No. How will talks be fruitful if such incidents happen? And unknown number of OLA fighter supporters are in Ethiopian prisons too, in Oromia prison too. Kairos. How was Cairo movement disbanded? Thousands were arrested, killed too. Now, similar action against OLA. But did the strategy work? Was OLA weakened because of such incidents? No. Rather, it increased support, public support for OLA. Thirdly, viewers, Prime Minister of Ethiopia, PM Abiy, is in France. He arrived in France a few hours ago. He's attending a conference being organized by France, where world leaders are attending the conference. New global financial pact is the theme of this conference. African leaders, Middle Eastern leaders, several other leaders are there. PM Abiy held a meeting with Macron, the French president, and then he held a meeting with Egyptian president. Abdul Fattah al-Sisi and PM Abiy were seen together. On the sidelines of the conference, they held a meeting. Did they exchange greetings or did they hold a detailed meeting? It's not clear. Some say they met on the sidelines of the meeting. In coming weeks, Ethiopia is going to start, it's going to resume filling of GERD. I think it's third or fourth filling. I'm not clear. And whenever Ethiopia starts filling dam in rainy season, you see building up of tensions between Ethiopia and Egypt. Egypt starts threatening. Egypt starts warning Ethiopia. Egypt tries to get support from its Western American allies. But so far Ethiopia has managed to fill the dam. Dam around 90% complete. Egypt wants a legally binding agreement on the operation of the dam. Ethiopia is opposed to an agreement. Ethiopia is only willing to hold talks under the auspices of African Union. It is against any legally binding agreement. So tension there, and then the two sides try to create instability in each other's countries. Especially Egypt has been involved allegedly in supporting some armed groups of Ethiopia. Some groups based in Sudan allegedly had Egyptian backing when they tried to create instability in Ethiopia by destabilizing Benishangul Gum region of Ethiopia, where GERD dam is being built. So meeting is a good development. The two leaders met. At least they can discuss, and hopefully this meeting could decrease the coming tensions between two countries in a rainy season. Last year, Sudan, alarming development from Darfur. In Darfur, we know that West Darfur, Al Janina devastated. Thousands fled, hundreds killed. RSF-backed militias in control of Al Janina. Al Janina was gradually put under siege by rapid support forces. Then they stormed the area, and you saw what happened. Similar things happening to some extent in Zelinji. Under siege, rapid support force members there, and civilians died today as well. In some parts of Zelinji, there was fighting, and 6 deaths happened today in Zelinji. Now, an important development is from the largest Darfur city. Which city is the largest in Darfur, in all Darfur zones? Al Fashir. Al Fashir, North Darfur, is the largest city in Darfur. It is home to around half a million IDPs. And Al Fashir is hub of humanitarian agencies' operations. Humanitarian agencies have their headquarters in Al Fashir. Agencies are providing aid to some areas of Darfur. Some are inaccessible, like Janina, inaccessible. Rapid support force members are gradually encircling Al Fashir city. Both rapid support forces, Sudanese military, are inside Al Fashir. There's Minawi group too, SLA fighters there too. Rapid support force members, heavily armed, are cutting off roads leading to and from Al Fashir. Gradually, the city is being put under siege. We have seen small-scale clashes in Al Fashir in the past 1 week or so. No large-scale clashes. And it's partly because the two sides agreed on some understandings with the mediation of locals that in Al Fashir, in Nayala, things remained calm. There was fighting, small-scale fighting. Now, it seems something big could happen. Rapid support forces have decided to make a move on Al Fashir. If Al Fashir falls to rapid support forces, it would have devastating consequences for IDPs at Zamzam camp, 500,000, Mini Minawi's SLA could be involved too. Sudanese all aid operations in Darfur will come to a halt. And this move from RSF could lead to a humanitarian catastrophe in entire Darfur. Already catastrophe happening, the people fleeing Darfur, around 200,000 have entered Chad so far, around 150,000. On daily basis, thousands are trying to enter Chad from Darfur. Mini Minawi wants international intervention. Governor of Darfur, SLA head, he wants international community to step in. International community is just watching, like a spectator.